Planning your trip to Yosemite so you don't have to. I've been to about 15 different national parks and Yosemite is by far my favorite. But a trip here can be kind of intimidating to plan. It's going to be about 5 to 6 hours away from LA and 3.5 to 4 hours away from San Francisco. The first thing you need to know is when you want to go to Yosemite. The most busiest season is going to be July and August. I would say the best time to go is during the fall. The weather is great. You don't have to worry about snow and the crowds aren't too bad. Going between November and March is good too, but you have to be aware of the snow. If you don't have snow chains, then that might not be the time for you to go, but it is going to be a lot less crowded. Another great time to go is going to be between April and May because that's when the waterfalls are going to start reaching their peak and it's going to be right before summer crowds. If you're worried at all about having to make a park reservation, just check the national park website and it's going to tell you the most up-to-date information. As of right now, you don't have to make reservations for 2026, but that might change. In terms of getting into the park, it's going to be $35 per car and that's going to last you the whole week. Yosemite Valley is going to be where all the main stuff is. The visitor center is here and there are so many different hikes that you can do. Yosemite is known for its many waterfalls and then its 2 iconic mountains, which are going to be Half Dome and El Capitan. Both of those you can actually see from Yosemite Valley, and while you're driving into Yosemite, you'll actually have many opportunities to get photos of them. For example, while driving into Yosemite Valley, you're going to pass Tunnel View, which you can just get out of your car and get this great picture. And then once you pass Tunnel View, it's only 13 minutes into Yosemite Valley. Anyway, once you're here, I know it could be very overwhelming. Let me just tell you my 3 main recommendations. First recommendation is going to be going to Lower Yosemite Falls Vista Point. It's a super short hike and my favorite thing to do. You can actually climb all around these rocks. It's super short and a very easy thing to do if you just want to get a quick hike in. Another thing I want to note is that Yosemite has a great bus system that'll actually bring you from Yosemite Valley to a lot of their other hikes. My next recommendation is going to be Mirror Lake. This is a bit of a longer walk, and for part of it, you're going to be walking on the road, but then you'll start getting on this trail that has some amazing alpine views and a really cool lake. This hike has options from 2 miles round trip to 5 miles round trip, and it's just really beautiful. You're just walking in the forest the entire time. It's very fun. You get to see all these like rivers and streams. It just really feels like you're in nature, and you can kind of walk around in a lot of different spots. So if you really like that kind of choose your own adventure thing, highly recommend this. And the last hike I'm going to recommend is Vernal Falls. This is a much longer hike. Vernal Falls is just going to be on this edge of Yosemite. You're looking at about a 3-mile hike, but it's very steep. You're actually walking on the sides of these steps that bring you all the way to the top of this waterfall. There is seriously nothing like the views when you get up here. This was by far my favorite thing to do at Yosemite. This is what it looks like at the top, and it is insanely amazing views. I mean, it's kind of crazy to think you're going to start all the way down here and get to walk all the way to the top of this waterfall. Here's a view from the actual hike itself of the waterfall, and then here are the steps that you're going to walk up. Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. Cabins and campsites pretty much book 6 months in advance, but that doesn't mean you can't spend the night in Yosemite. There are actually a lot of campsites just right outside of Yosemite that you can actually go to, as well as Airbnbs, cabins, hotels that are all around, and you just have to know where to look. For example, I've found places to stay near Mariposa Grove. I've actually found it easier to find places near Sequoia and Kings Canyon and spend some time there, and then did day trips up to Yosemite. The best place to check is going to be recreation.gov if you're looking for campsites. I always recommend to always check the Yosemite website because it's going to give you all the information on if fire chains are required, if it's snowing, all the closures, if you're going to need a reservation. I post vacation itineraries every day, so let me know in the comments if there's a Yosemite hike that you want me to go even more into detail with, and what itinerary you'd like me to plan next.